thank you for stopping by to check out Teach Art Online and all of the goodies that I'm going to share with you in just a little bit about this extraordinary course created specifically for artists. This is not your run-of-the-mill e-course that's going to teach you how to create your e-course from selling a product or giving a yoga class or whatever is out there right now. This course was the course I wish was available for me when I was starting out back in 2015. When I was like you, when I said, I want to teach my alcohol ink techniques, and I have all of these people that are asking me about this, and I'm showing my art in Facebook groups and everybody wants to know. There was nothing back in 2015 that could help me. Absolutely nothing. So what did I do? I created the course that has everything that you need to know in order to do it. And here we are. Little did I know when I created this course last year that we would be in extraordinary times. We are living in a pandemic. I am making this promotional video on Memorial Day weekend, which means Teach Art Online actually opens up in a couple of weeks. But still, we are in only phase one of venturing out and going to stores and going to parks and doing all of that. I don't know about you, but what I have noticed recently is there is an explosion in e-courses, and there was last year when I created the course, but now more than ever. Artists that I follow on Instagram for the first time are sharing their techniques live so that people could learn just a little bit of to get a sneak peek of what they're doing. Other artists that I follow that probably gave workshops or retreats have had to, as they say, pivot and actually think, what am I going to do now? How do I take that information from a workshop and how do I create it in an e-course? And they need the help to start that. Perhaps they show their work in galleries and the galleries aren't open yet, and they need to be able to not only contribute their talent to the world, because that's what I'm all about, but they also need to be able to make a living. So something that I think is really important to share with you, and I share it in the beginning of my course as well, is that I created an e-course in 2015 called Energy Motion Flow, The Beauty of Alcohol Inks and Beyond. When I opened that course, it was an amazing experience for me. And then fast forward 2 years later, I revamped the whole course. I moved it to a different platform. I added 2 additional modules to it. And that also was just so terrific. Well, through the years, I've been adding to that course. I open that course twice a year, in addition to creating online studio workshops just a couple of years ago. So I've created now 8 e-courses, online studio workshops, and 2 comprehensive e-courses. So just last week, 2 weeks ago, I opened up Energy Motion Flow for the very last time. I offered a really wonderful discount, payment plans. In addition to that, I offered my alumni, who are in the hundreds, of taking that class. Thousands of students have enrolled in my classes. So I offered an alumni upgrade. I want you to know that 5 years later, Energy Motion Flow, The Beauty of Alcohol Inks and Beyond, was as big as it was from when I opened it the first time. No matter what, people wanted to invest in that course again. They wanted to invest in themselves. They wanted personal transformation. The course is 5 years and has continued to give me, to help my family, sometimes in the struggles that they've needed, to allow me to live a different lifestyle, to allow me to leave my full-time job. So I have put together such a comprehensive class with downloadable guides. But the most important thing is that I want you to know that I'm you. I'm you. If you are somebody that is sitting there thinking, I want to do this, I see so many people doing this, now we're learning online, our children are learning online, I'm a college professor, I also teach online, I have 23 years of experience, a doctorate in education, and I'm an artist. That is a huge skill set to have, not just an artist. All of those pieces about learning how to write curriculum, learning how to approach the adult learner, every single thing is in my e-course because I created it specifically for you. It's not for anybody else. It's only for artists. There has never, ever been a better time for you to get your idea and your e-course out to the world. So follow me. I'm going to go through some slideshows with you to let you know exactly what you can expect in this extraordinary course. And I will be with you every step of the way. Now that you had an opportunity to hear the excitement in my voice about why this is absolutely the best time for you to create your e-course that you have been dreaming and thinking about for I don't know how long, but now is the perfect time. I am going to go through some of the juicy details about what you can find in this extraordinary course that only opens up once a year and is opening up on June 15th just for artists. What is Teach Art Online? Well, as you heard me say earlier, Teach Art Online is created for you from an artist. This is a very different e-course. I didn't have all these materials when I first started out, and I didn't want another artist to go through all of the challenges that I had. So I created the course that I wish was available for me when I was starting out. It is the ultimate e-course. It's a masterclass that I have put together and a step-by-step blueprint only for artists, no one else. If you have been thinking and dreaming about how to create a profitable art e-course, the time is now. Again, this only opens once a year. This graphic is just an example of the beautiful, professionally designed, downloadable graphics that you will all have. You have lifetime access for this course. You can view it on your mobile device, on your desktop, on your laptop. It has so many resources in here that are available to you. We're going to have live Zoom chats once a week, and you're going to be able to share your learning with other students as well. Here, in a nutshell, and there's so much more, is what you're going to learn and Teach Art Online. So we're going to talk about how to design your entire e-course. I'm going to guide you every step of the way. I'm going to share examples, even a sneak peek behind how I create my e-courses and winning examples of other e-course designs with you that are really important that you need to see. Of course, there's room at the top. There's always room at the top. And now more than ever, we are seeing so many people jump online to the e-course platform in really teaching because other ways that they were making money have simply dried up. We're going to talk about how to uncover your passion, your purpose, and your unique artistic skills. Who's your ideal learner and where does your ideal learner hang out? Is it on YouTube? Is it on Facebook? Is it on Instagram? We're going to take some inventory of other offers in the field. That's really important. You need to see what else is out there. And then we're going to talk about the promise of transformation. What does that mean? It simply means that a person is going to learn art from you, and they're going to come to that class with wanting to learn your art technique, and you're going to transform them with your unique talents and skills. It's exactly what I hope to do and Teach Art Online. Then we're going to talk about positioning your e-course, which is something you may never have thought about before. But where does your e-course fit among the many e-courses? I'm going to talk to you about pricing and how you package your e-course. We're going to talk about how to plan for revenue and budgeting, which was never, ever shared with me. Well, none of this information was ever shared with me, but I want you to know about budgeting from the very beginning, and I put this in one of the beginning modules. Now, this is where my 23 years of experience comes in. We're going to learn how to organize your content. How do you plan your content? How do you write curriculum? What kind of systems can you do that on? And how do your students get the most out of it? I have been an educator for many, many years, and I'm not simply an artist, and I bring that skill set into this course as well. Then we get into Module 4, which has 29 lessons. I'm going to walk you through how to overcome those technology challenges, where that's what really tripped me up. In fact, I actually redid this whole module from last year. This way you can start filming immediately, and I put in information about how to film right on your mobile device and how to edit on your mobile device, which makes it very easy peasy. Then we're going to talk about how to choose the best delivery format. That would be Thinkific, Kajabi, anything that you want to use, Teachable, they're all there. Which format suits you, suits your budget? And then how do you engage your community? This was actually the first module that I wrote because it's something that I really feel passionate about. I have an amazing community of learners, so many of them that will take any class that I offer. So that is important. How do you keep that engagement going? It's 6 weeks of art e-course training, lifetime access to Teach Art Online, and all upgrades, which means all of the students that took Teach Art Online last year, at the end of Teach Art Online this year, they're going to get all of the new upgrades and everything that they need. We're going to have those live coaching calls, and if you can't make the coaching calls, then you're going to have all of the recordings available for you as well. We're going to have a discussion group built right into the e-course platform, which I feel works much better than a Facebook group for a class like this. The 6 training modules are going to be released every Monday starting June 15th. If you can't make it that particular, nothing is live. It's all released. There are some students that like to wait and watch the whole e-course after it's released. You go at your own pace. There are cheat sheets and templates and downloadable guides for you as well. And on top of that, you have me. So I'm Dr. Alexis Bonavita-Cola. I am passionate, as you can tell by my voice. My other love is teaching. I am an artist first and foremost, but I also love teaching. And I hold a doctorate in education with a huge focus on adult learning. I've spent 23 years of my life working as a teacher. So a little more about me, because I want my students to see me as a real person. So this is a picture 5 years ago already, I can't believe it, at me with my cap and gown on with my husband John and my mom, who's 87, who came out to Minneapolis. I get very choked up when I think about it, and watched me become a doctor. So it's not only important to dream big, you really have to work hard to make it happen. And so a little more about me. I didn't receive my PhD in education until I was 59. And I designed my first e-course at age 60. So that alone should be the inspiration that you need. I began my email list with 129 students in a Facebook group where people I could tell loved my style, and I thought, why don't I create an e-course back when nobody was doing them? There were just a very few, and even fewer, who were working in alcohol inks. I had an email list of 129 students, and 68 of those students enrolled in my first class. And to date, 3,000 enrolled in my classes. I've had 2 comprehensive classes, Energy, Motion, Flow, The Beauty of Alcoholics and Beyond, which I just retired last week. And of course, Teach Art Online. And in addition to that, 6 online studio workshops that are absolutely fabulous and a joy for me to present. In 2017, I left my full-time job in education. And over the last couple of years, I've averaged 6 figures in my e-courses. In fact, my last e-course enrollment during the pandemic was the largest for one of my comprehensive e-courses in over 2 years. The largest during a pandemic. So, is this e-course for you? Maybe you are talented and you have all this experience as an artist and you want to make a global contribution and make a difference in someone else's life. Maybe you already teach workshops, but you can't anymore. You can't teach retreats. So now what do you do? So I've had teachers actually come to me to say, I'm thinking of taking Teach Art Online because I've taught workshops and now I have to bring those workshops, my face-to-face workshops, to an online class. Maybe you are so over it watching all these other artists and creative entrepreneurs do big things, and you're really thinking, it is my time. I want to do it, but I don't even know how they're doing it. And I want somebody to help me. And you know in your heart of hearts that teaching e-courses is just the next step for you, and you just need the right strategies and tools to make it happen. I love this quote in this book that I read, Girl on Fire. In a crowded marketplace, potential customers and clients don't need another copycat. They need you, the real you, the raw you, the rule breaker you, the you that knows exactly who she is and what she wants, the innovative you, the creative you, the you that doesn't need a permission slip to put herself out there and chase all of her dreams, the you that sets the world on fire just by being yourself. And when I was sitting here creating these slides for you, there's so many different ways that I could have thought about marketing this e-course and promotion and all of that. And you know what I decided? No. I want my students to hear my excitement, no, fancy tools. I want them to just get me, all of me, the unique, vulnerable, real me. And so do your students. So what else can you expect? So these are just examples of the downloadable guides just for Module 1, which is really preparing for your epic e-course success. We're going to chart your research, what goes on, what else is out there. You're going to do some research in your market niche. We're going to discover your ideal learner. I'm going to take you through step by step. What does personal transformation look like? And creating the foundation for building your e-course. These are all downloadable guides for you to help you. And then we're going to go into Module 2, which is about positioning your e-course, pricing and packaging, budget planning workbook, revenue planning and budget, and delivery options, and how no one size fits all. And then in modules 3, 4, 5, and 6, module 3 is your e-course content planner and lesson plan template, because I've been a teacher, so I'm going to teach you how to write lesson plans. Maybe you want to write on sticky notes, and I'm going to show you how to do that. And again, I'm going to give you examples of e-course content planning models so that you have a model and you don't have to make it up for yourself. Module 4 is that big one. You have 29 lessons, and we're going to talk about how to speak confidently on camera and tips for filming your art. Module 5 is all about launching your e-course and delighting your customers with free content and bonuses, and what it really means and what goes into actually launching your e-course. Module 6 is just all about engaging your community of learners, and I give you a workbook on how to write community guidelines for your Facebook group and how to cultivate your thriving learning community, which if you ask my students, that's what they love. And then exclusive bonuses. You don't even have to pay more for this. There's no come on. There's no, if you sign up early, you get these. No, you get these in the course. We're going to talk about how do you enhance your students' e-course experience by showing you some great tools that I have that really will enhance their e-course experience. And then this is a newer one where I've upgraded this Instagram Bootcamp, everything that you need if you're into Instagram. And I share with you the new pieces that I learned just from last year. So what is really important to know? I tell my students this all the time. There's no magic fairy dust. Nobody's going to sprinkle magic fairy dust on you to make this happen. It all happens with your hard work and your commitment. It is so important to dream big. I dream big all the time, but then I work hard to achieve those goals. If you're an artist and you want to create an exceptional e-course experience, not the run of the mill, not just sticking up a tripod and filming yourself, but an exceptional e-course experience from A to Z, then Teach Art Online is for you. So you have this dream, you see everyone doing it, people have more time on their hands, and so it really is the perfect time. It only opens once a year. It's opening in a few short weeks. I have special COVID-19 pricing where I've taken $400 off to help more and more students live their dream. And also I'm providing a 7-month payment plan for you, which is something I did not do before. But I understand the challenges with money. I want to be able to be generous and share my knowledge with you because I want to model that this is the right thing to do. So here is Jan's testimonial, and let's read it. This course took me past any perception that I have of what it takes to create your own e-course. The course was the impetus I needed to have the power and courage to create my own e-course. Thank you, Alexis, for the time and love you put into creating Teach Art Online. Jan is the owner and designer of Fine Art Cafe. She came to my e-course after having taken other e-courses with this idea. She works in Brusho watercolor and she knew exactly what she wanted to do, but she didn't know how to get there. And I'm going to share her website with you and her e-course catalog so you can see how far Jan has come just in the 1 year that she took my class. And so that's it. Again, it opens on June 15th. If you have any additional questions, you can email me at abonavitacola@gmail.com. This is a special invitation to join this very, very special class. I am a teacher at heart, but I'm also an artist. And I really believe that I am doing sacred work to be able to help you all dream big and then do the work and take the action that you need to create this wonderful, wonderful adventure. So I'm looking right now at my vision board and it really focuses right now. I'm focused on this one quote. Life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all. So let's see this time of the pandemic as a time for us to do something that we've wanted to do. Because I'm going to leave you with this. If not now, then when? Thanks for joining me.